Boys, 2026 has been absolutely wild for sci-fi games. Whether you're itching for crazy futuristic shooters, pure space horror, or just want to pilot giant mechs, I've got you covered. Here are the 10 best recent sci-fi games we need to play right now.
She sees us as a threat.
Dude, I know the series is usually just straight-up classic ninjas, but Ninja Gaiden 4 went full-blown sci-fi, and it's actually wild. Picture the same brutal, lightning-fast combat we grew up with, but now you're literally a cyber ninja tearing through neon-lit futuristic cities. Slicing up advanced mechs feels so incredibly satisfying. The blood and sparks flying everywhere look absolutely insane on a good setup. They definitely kept the ridiculous difficulty, though. Yeah, you're still gonna get absolutely wrecked if your dodge timing is off. But man, when you finally hit that flow state, zipping past lasers and just destroying cyborgs, it's unmatched. The whole thing is just pure, unadulterated adrenaline, and it absolutely refuses to hold your hand. If you're down for a stupidly fast action game that'll kick your teeth in but keep you coming back for more, grab Ninja Gaiden 4.
They're gone. The creatures got the better of them.
Diagnosed you as being a...
Hell Is Us totally flew under my radar until it dropped last fall, but it's so good. It's a survival action game set in this massive, ruined country dealing with a civil war and weird supernatural monsters. The wildest part, the game literally leaves you to figure everything out yourself. No minimap, no shiny objective markers telling you exactly where to walk. You're just out there exploring, dragging around this massive sword and relying on your little drone buddy to stay alive. The atmosphere is super dark and genuinely creepy, giving off those hardcore, old-school exploration vibes where you actually have to pay attention to landmarks. It's so refreshing. If you're completely sick of games treating you like a literal toddler and just want a hostile, mysterious world to get lost in, you have to play Hell Is Us. It's a massive breath of fresh air.
Okay. I have what I need.
When you're finished down there, come back to the APC.
Is it really you?
Correct. My first follower.
You remember how obsessed we were with Returnal? Well, that same studio dropped a new bullet hell shooter called Saros back in April, and it low-key slaps. You play as this stranded space cop stuck on a totally bizarre alien planet. It's basically a roguelite, so yeah, you're gonna die. A lot. But you keep some upgrades every run, which makes the whole gameplay loop insanely addictive. You're constantly dashing around, using this sick energy shield to absorb lasers, and blasting freaky alien creatures. The coolest mechanic is definitely when the planet triggers a random eclipse and every enemy just goes completely feral. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The weapons feel super punchy, and dodging through bullet storms is smooth as butter. Honestly, if you want something super fast-paced that'll easily eat up your entire weekend without you even noticing, Saros is there.
That's right.
You are on camera. This elevator has been out of commission.
Ark was back within years.
We seriously need to get the boys together for Arc Raiders. Embark Studios actually ditched the free-to-play idea and made it a $40 premium game, which honestly rules because there's no annoying microtransaction grind. It's an extraction shooter where Earth got swarmed by these terrifying killer machines from space. You drop in, scavenge for scrap, and try to get out before giant robots or other players completely melt you. Because it's not free to play anymore, getting better gear feels totally earned and way more satisfying. The graphics are straight up gorgeous. Sneaking past a massive mechanical walker while trying not to make a single sound is wildly stressful. But the chaos when a firefight actually breaks out? Unmatched. It's so chaotic and tense. It's absolutely worth the upfront cost for a proper, premium squad night. Let's download Arc Raiders and run some raids this weekend. I finally gave Alien Dark Descent a shot, and man, it stressed me out so bad, but I physically couldn't stop playing. Instead of a first-person jump scare fest, you're commanding a squad of colonial marines from a top-down view. You're clearing out these nasty, dark bases completely swarming with the xenomorphs. The catch? If your marines die, they are gone forever. Permanent death. On top of that, your squad can literally get PTSD if you leave them in the dark too long while bugs are hunting them. It's insane. You're constantly welding doors shut, setting up sentry guns, and just praying you survive the next wave. It absolutely nails the terrifying, claustrophobic vibe of the movies. If you're into strategy stuff and don't mind sweating bullets while desperately trying to keep your team from having a full mental breakdown, you'll be obsessed with Alien Dark Descent.
Move on!
Saved somewhere in that room.
Hurry up, you slugs!
The blue light! It might slow us down!
Got it. Drop the flash shield. Everyone brace yourself.
Look, I know horror remakes are usually a mixed bag, but they absolutely knocked it out of the park with the Dead Space remake. It's the exact same nightmare we loved back in the day, just rebuilt from the ground up to look and sound incredibly terrifying. You're trapped on this massive, busted mining ship, literally slicing the limbs off these gross alien mutants with industrial mining tools. The lighting is ridiculously dark and moody. Seriously, play this with your headset on. You'll hear things crawling around in the vents right above you, and it'll give you full-on chills. They also made the whole ship seamless, so you can just float through zero-gravity sections without loading screens ruining the vibe. It's pure top-tier survival horror. Play Dead Space alone in the dark. I double-dog dare you. Just try not to scream too loud. Okay, hear me out. Piloting a giant, heavily armed mech and shooting missiles at people at like 1,000 miles an hour. That is Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. It's from the Elden Ring devs, but it is a completely different beast. You're just a mercenary taking whatever shady corporate jobs pay the bills on this absolutely wrecked planet. The absolute best part is just chilling in the garage for hours, tweaking your mech. Want heavy tank treads and dual Gatling guns? Easy. Reverse jointed legs so you can leap over buildings and rain down plasma? Do it. The boss fights in Armored Core 6 will absolutely filter you at first, not gonna lie. But finally figuring out the exact right build to stagger them feels so incredibly rewarding. You owe it to yourself to pilot one of these things at least once. It's just ridiculously fun.
Fox Arquebus.
Us real red guns are gonna go climb the wall. This is just target practice. When we're done, the locals' little base is next.
Look out!
Okay, hear me out. Piloting a giant, heavily armed mech and shooting missiles at people at like 1,000 miles an hour. That is Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. It's from the Elden Ring devs, but it is a completely different beast. You're just a mercenary taking whatever shady corporate jobs pay the bills on this absolutely wrecked planet. The absolute best part is just chilling in the garage for hours, tweaking your mech. Want heavy tank treads and dual Gatling guns? Easy. Reverse jointed legs so you can leap over buildings and rain down plasma? Do it. The boss fights in Armored Core 6 will absolutely filter you at first, not gonna lie. But finally figuring out the exact right build to stagger them feels so incredibly rewarding. You owe it to yourself to pilot one of these things at least once. It's just ridiculously fun.
If we don't do something, it'll crush us.
Kojima is back at it again, and somehow he actually managed to make Death Stranding 2 on the beach crazier than the first game. We're playing as Sam again, trekking through completely new landscapes that look straight up photorealistic. The graphics are mind-blowing, especially now that it's on PC too. You're still doing the whole package delivery thing, but the stakes are way higher now. The supernatural stuff is completely off the rails. And they added all these weird new vehicles that make exploring the map so incredibly satisfying. The new cast of characters is wild, and the soundtrack obviously hits so hard it's definitely not your average run-and-gun shooter. It's way more about the journey, the weird vibes, and the insane cinematic story. You just have to let go and vibe with it. Death Stranding 2 is easily one of the most unique games out right now.
Can't stay here.
Are you mobile?
I genuinely do not care what anyone says about how it launched years ago. Cyberpunk 2077. Phantom Liberty is officially a masterpiece now. This expansion drops you into a walled-off slum called Dogtown, and it's straight up the coolest, most detailed city area I've ever seen in a game. The story is an insane spy thriller with Idris Elba, and it hooks you right away. Plus, they totally overhauled the base game. The skill trees, the cops, the driving, it all actually works perfectly now. Zipping through traffic on a bike with a katana, doing slow-mo bullet dodges, finally feels exactly as badass as it always should have. It's super gritty, the side missions are totally messed up, and the world feels incredibly alive. If you skipped Cyberpunk 2077 because of early bugs, you're missing out on the definitive sci-fi RPG. Go play it.
Grenade! Fucking grenade! Don't let him mess me up the bad one! You die already? V, catch! Give it a taste! Rust